There's a lot of weirdos out there who really identify with anime girls. These mostly underage vessels for online alter egos are drawn by middle-aged Japanese men who probably depict them pornographically in private. These guys are probably making 2D sex slaves out of their consumer commodities, and you think it's so clean and pure. Look, if there's one thing I know about animators, it's that they're tremendous perverts. I have to sift through pages and pages and pages of suspect Japanese imports when looking for Dreamcast games to review. Look at it. Don't look away. Look at it. Look at this madness, this absurdity. This does not come from a sound mind. Must be revenge for those 2 nukes. If you're gonna be a dork who pretends to be a cartoon character, you could minimize your dork quotient by pretending to be cool robot cartoons. Check it out. They're fighting each other, and they're fighting in a game called Gundam Battle Assault. Pair up one of your fruity anime girl cartoons against these badass machines and see who wins, and no, they can't go inside. No girls allowed. If you think a fighting game centered around giant machines would turn out slow and clunky, you'd only be kind of right. You're controlling portrayals of huge chunks of metal and circuitry. It would only make sense that they would possess less dexterity than a human fighting game character. This is fine. We've all played a Street Fighter, a Tekken, a Mortal Kombat, and their miscellaneous offshoots. Try something different. We know what a fighting game is. Make a different kind of fighting game, and that's what you have here. I thought Battle Assault would play like something drowning in molasses, but I thought wrong. The machines feel as powerful as they look, and the game processes your controller inputs in no time at all. Every successful hit on your opponent is a satisfying hit. The game feels heavy and responsive all at the same time. I have no issues with the engine. It's a lot of fun. Unfortunately for this game, where it bypasses any potential vexation stemming from sluggish gameplay, it can't avoid the same fate with regard to variety and staying power. You like a story mode in your fighting game? You got it, and that's all you got. Sure, there's a perfunctory versus mode, but we're looking at the most bare bones of content offered here. Even the story mode follows the same story every single time. You're not given a choice of character because there's only one character. One character occupies your choice of mech. Each mech can't bother to offer you its own story arc, which would be a lesser offense if I could actually follow the plot, or if the plot unfolded in something other than dialogue boxes, free from any accompanying voiceover. I have no clue as to what Gundam lore might possess, but maybe you do, so maybe you can decipher what is actually happening. Each high-tech suit of armor at your disposal has a unique look and feel. They each possess a common set of attacks such as kicks, punches, blades, and projectiles. The projectile weapon is the most fun to use, but you have a limited inventory of ammo in a single match that cannot replenish once that number hits 0. Some mechs have bomb and missile projectiles, which are slower, while others have quicker bullet-based weapons. Every mech has an exclusive special move as well, but every one is performed with an identical button command. You get 3 special moves per match, so make them count. The match structure is a slight departure from the usual fighting game format. Instead of a best 2 out of 3 tilt between the combatants separated by rounds, you're instead given 3 health meters which overheat your mech once drained. The fight doesn't stop until one fighter's facilities are completely exhausted. Gundam Battle Assault has some difficulty balancing issues. Story mode took me anywhere from 7 minutes to an hour to complete depending on which mech I chose. This is because some special attacks are too overpowered relative to the others, making the story mode very easy or very hard if you run with a mech burdened by a wimpier set of moves. Also, you don't have any way of deciphering the pros and cons of each mech until after you made your selection. Obvious issues abound in Battle Assault, but nothing that takes matters into the realm of frustration. It's an entertaining game enhanced by smooth animation and a vibrant color palette. But Bandai left the content cupboard understocked. Maybe you'll get more out of it if you're a fan of the franchise. I probably could care less about Gundam, but not much less, so I can't say that with absolute certainty. Not really recommended, but neither is it condemned.
You need some practice.